G'day, welcome back. So we've got a new car here. It's not mine. A friend of mine has just bought this 1997 Toyota Sprinter Trueno, which is a two-door coupe, as you saw. It's based on a Toyota Corolla, so there shouldn't be anything wrong with this. It's a 1990s Toyota Corolla essentially, so they last forever. But we're going to give it a good look over, a good kind of catch-up service, because there's no service history, and go from there. So yeah, well, let's have a look at the inside first. Keys are in. Right, so we'll start over here. So you can see we've got some service history. I don't know what service history we've got, but we've got some. Pretty low mileage, 86,000 kilometres. That's pretty exciting for a 20-year-old car. That's pretty low. We've got a new warranty fitness, 11th for the 5th. 5/18 that runs out, so 6 months. So that's beginning of this month. It was inspected, so the car should be tip-top. So we've got AC, we've got a Toyota original car audio. We've got this transmission. Yep, D2L. That sounds high tech. Got these fancy sports seats with big bolsters on the side. Beautiful 90s Toyota material. We've got no leg room at the back. So yeah, let's start her up. Got a high tech key. That's good. Put it in dry so I can show you the best bit. So down here we've got the cigarette lighter, and next to that we've got the no smoking sign. So clearly this isn't meant for cigarettes. This must be only to be used for arson or kind of entry-level torture, I guess, but no smoking because there's no ashtray. Even though that's been used as an ashtray, it's a business card holder or card holder, but it's been used as an ashtray. Some nice goobers in there. But remember, no smoking, use it for torture only. Okay. So I drove it kind of about 30 kilometers yesterday on my way home. Noticed a couple of things. One you probably can't hear. Obvious one to me is some noise from the front right, so maybe wheel bearing, maybe tyre noise, maybe brake noise. That's something to look out for. But apart from that noise, and one other problem that I found, it actually drives quite nicely. It's a massive 1500cc engine, so it has no power. But let's accelerate up to the speed limit, 100 k's an hour here, and I'll bring you in and bring you onto the speedo. This is kind of 3/4 throttle here, so it doesn't have a lot of power. See if we can get to 100. Right, so now I've eased off the throttle. You'd hope we'd change into top gear. But apparently not. So it's holding that second gear. Eventually it'll change up. Did it for longer yesterday after the car had been sat for a few days, so I think we're going to give the transmission a good service and make sure that's not a problem. Turn around. Alright, so I just want to show you those two. Well, you can't really hear the noise probably on the camera. We've got that noise. Transmission's a bit slow to change when it's cold. Apart from that, it drives well, so I'll meet you back at the workshop. Right, we've got it here in the garage. going to stick it up on stands, going to have a good look over it, good inspection. I always use this Bosch car service schedule just as a general guide for general servicing. It covers pretty much everything, everything you need to check. So we're going to run through this, have a good look over the car, see what we need to do, and we'll do some work on it. Right, here's the beast that runs our Toyota Trueno Sprinter Levin, whatever you call it. It's the 5A-FE 1500cc 4-cylinder transverse engine with the transmission. So we're using my A240L transmission, which is a 3-speed tranny. My favourite trannies are 3-speeds. So it's got ABS, got a battery, got an air filter. It's 97, but we got this fantastic diagnostic port. Definitely not OBD2. I'll see if we can figure out something with that. There's all kinds of letters in there. It looks pretty dry on top. Engine oil's right up to the full mark, looks pretty well, relatively clean. No goobers on our filler lid, looks pretty clean in there too, so it looks like it has been serviced up to a point. Transmission fluid, remember we got that wee shifting issue, actually looks reasonably clear. I'll give you a better look when we do the tranny work. Got a typical tiny Japanese battery. Yeah, that's under the hood. Yeah. Right, so I'm not going to show you everything I'm checking. I'll only show you the problems, otherwise we'll be here all week. So looking at the front suspension, all our joints, tie rod ends. This CV boot looks good. The springs good. Shocks are good with no leaks. So yeah, this right hand side looks alright. My brake pads don't look too bad over here. I'll go and show you the other side now and see what you reckon. So left hand side, again, shocks good, ball joints, tie rod ends are all good, brake disc looks fine. Take the caliper off. I undid the bolts, it wasn't just loose like this by the way. So the brake pad's not wearing evenly, pretty much worn out at the edges, so we need new brakes. It's probably, the uneven wear is probably caused by this problems with this hardware, so we'll see if we can get new brake hardware. If not, we'll clean it up well and go from there. Also on this side, you'll notice big cracks in the CV boot. We're losing some grease out the back, so might look and see if we're going to do that or not. I'll just wait for it to fail and replace the whole job. This was the quiet side, so that's not where our noise is coming from. Driver's side had some kind of sound like wheel bearing noise, but again we'll have a good look and see what's happening there. Right, so our front right was where we're getting the kind of bearing road noise. There's nothing obvious when you spin the wheel, so we'll just see how that develops. Not going to do anything about it. Tyres, what do we got? We got Kingstar Road Fit K70s. They're a massive 105 70/13s, T-rated, but they are from week 20 2011, so they're coming up 6 years old, coming up 7 years old. Condition's not too bad. Starting to get a few cracks in the tread, but there's plenty of tread. So yeah, that's one to pass on to the customer, my mate, and just let them know. At some point he probably wants some new tyres. These are mud and snow, because clearly this is an off-road vehicle. Yeah, right, that's the front suspension brakes. Next we'll have a look at the rear suspension of brakes, which is like rear brakes look fine. Just taking the drum off, that looks alright. Pads look fine, no leaks from the cylinder, and that's about all I know about drum brakes, so that's all I can check. Right, here's the rear drums on the right hand side. That's a wee bit loose. It definitely needs an adjustment. Pads look, well, pads, do you call them pads? Shoes look pretty good, but we just need to adjust them out a wee bit. Look at all that lovely crust in there. Beautiful. So typically they shouldn't just pull off like that. You got these two little screw holes here that take a whatever that is, M8, M10, some kind of bolt. They screw in. It kind of drives the hub off. Can't do that with my left hand, one-handed. So trust me on that one. So yeah, to adjust these out, we've got the access hole. Got this little kind of adjusting screw. You just wind it out until you get a nice snug fit. Do it a few at a time until a bit harder to get on. So I'll just adjust it up and I'll show you where I'm going to leave them at. And a few more clicks of the adjuster. It's just a slight drag. That's where we want it to be. Right, so yep, rear suspension looks pretty good. I'm missing the dust boot's broken, but the shock's all good, the spring's all good. Hoses are fine, all the suspension, it's got some cracks down in that bush, but not too concerned about that. These rear shoes all appear to be fairly recent, so they've been looked after to some extent, this car. No rust, rot or chowder. Imagine that. Imagine a 20-year-old car where everything's nice and solid. Not bad, eh? Right, that's the suspension done. And the brakes, suspension and brakes. We know new front brakes and then we'll bleed the whole lot. Right, under the car, so we'll start at the back here. You see those control arm bushes. They're a bit kind of tired with age. There's no play in them, so we'll still pass inspection, but again, it's something that could be done at some stage. Front bushes look a wee bit better. Exhaust, that will be the original exhaust, 20 years old. A little bit of surface rust, but still pretty solid. Moving forward, we've got a bit of an oil leak from, looks like engine oil from somewhere. Transmission pan, that's, oh, we've got a drain, that's cool. So yeah, we'll be pulling that pan off so we can do the oil and filter. Some looks good. Belts, they've all still got writing on, they're all no cracks or whatever, they're well adjusted, so the belts are all good. Radiator looks fine. We're going to be draining the coolant anyway because a wee bit anal like that. So it's had there's a Fram filter on there. See what you like about those. I think they're perfectly fine. So yeah, that's that underbody inspection. Inner CV boots, they look fine. You can't really see them. So yeah, slight oil leak. We'll power wash that off, and we'll get on with the service. So mechanical inspection done. Everything's looking pretty good, apart from those front brakes. That leaky CV boot, slight oil leak. Tyres are a little bit old, but plenty of tread and not Not too bad, but something to let the fella know. One interesting point, you see, so this car's older than 2001, so it's 6 monthly inspections. So 5th month of 18, it's due for retest, so it was tested this month in November. And one of the things, vision and wipers. If you look at the state of our wipers, somehow this passed an inspection. So always makes you a little bit wary of kind of the quality of or how thorough they've been. And given this car came from a dealer, kind of a new dealer at that, you kind of got to be a little bit suspicious about the quality there. But yeah, you can see we've got this nice bit of paint here on the bonnet. Now we're going to do something with that. It's either going to make it look better or worse. It will look different, I can guarantee that. So yeah, watch out for the video on that one. We'll see if we can make a complete mess. But apart from that, yeah, not a bad car. Gutless. Brakes are a bit spongy, but we're fixing that. Transmission's a bit slow to shift when it's cold, but we're going to hopefully fix that. Yeah, should have it up and running in the next few days.